American President Barack Obama has hit the campaign trail along with other surrogates for Hillary Clinton, who is still recovering supposedly from pneumonia. In a speech that was held in Philadelphia, President Obama referred to himself anywhere between 127 to 137 times, depending on how you interpret his English. That's a new record for even him. In fact, most of his speech was about his own legacy. You'd never know that he was campaigning for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's campaign is in defensive, serious, let's cover this up mode, because polls indicate that Donald Trump has now pulled ahead across the nation, and he leads by some 20 points among independents. Independents, of course, will play a crucial role in determining who the next president of the United States is. Israel and the United States are about to sign a historic 10-year military arms deal worth about $38 to $40 billion. The whole package, the most comprehensive in U.S. and Israeli history where it concerns military aid, has been in negotiation for several months. Here is some footage of some of Israel's new fighters. They are some of the most advanced in the world. This, of course, is an Israeli Avion, or Israeli variant of the American F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. The reason that the United States is helping arm and supply Israel with such a huge weapons package can best be summed up in one word: Iran. Communist North Korea remains defiant. They have claimed that they're going to ignore world reaction, condemning it for setting off a fifth known nuclear explosion. Instead, North Korea is saying that it's going to conduct another test soon. Whether this happens or not remains to be seen. Former Secretary of State Colin Powell has had some emails leaked or hacked that have now been published in the media. The emails universally condemn Hillary Clinton for essentially lying about saying that he had given her advice to use a private email server. It was in August, weeks ago, that Colin Powell came out and said that Hillary's version of events, that she had sought permission or advice from him to do so, was not true. In fact, Powell was very clear, even telling People magazine, that he had that conversation with Hillary a year after she had already, on her own initiative, started using her own private email server. The emails that Powell has had released by a hacker group show that her campaign was going to go ahead and distort this, and of course she would be her own worst enemy. Hillary Clinton has a history of imploding her own campaign. When she began to run for president, when her book came out, she had a 70% approval rate. Now, polls indicate that 70% of American voters view her as untrustworthy. There's only one person to blame for this, that is Hillary Clinton. In what appears to be another scandal about ready to engulf the Democratic National Party, and it has its hands full with the hacked emails and the behavior and antics of Hillary Clinton, it appears that current Secretary of State John F. Kerry has been busted funneling millions of taxpayer dollars to his daughter's charity. I'm going to repeat what I said. It seems that John Kerry's State Department has funneled millions of dollars in taxpayer money to his daughter's charity. John Kerry was on the oversight board for awarding that money, and of course it is a brazen conflict of interest, even if the cause was justified. What remains to be seen is what will happen now. Does anybody care? Does the press care? Republicans are up in arms, of course, because they're using this as an excuse to attack the Democrats, and they want to score points with voters. Voters continue to be disillusioned with both parties. In fact, half of American voters say they're really not interested in the election, and interest in it is pushing record lows. Edward Snowden, the NSA whistleblower who leaked thousands of pages of documents that remain classified, is now asking for President Obama to give him a pardon. Yes, can you believe that, folks? After he betrays his country and leaks secrets, he's now asking for a pardon. He's also started criticizing Russia. That means if he continues, and Russian President Vladimir Putin follows his normal patterns of past behavior, it may end up that Snowden has to leave Russia. Snowden makes it clear that he never intended to stay there forever. Well, forever can be relative, and it can be a long time depending on whom you ask and under what circumstances. But the very idea that Snowden thinks he deserves a pardon shows you that Snowden is not grounded in reality. Russian scientists in the Antarctic are being attacked by polar bears which won't leave the research facilities alone. It is illegal to kill a polar bear, so the scientists have been using flares to try to keep the big animals away. The problem is they're out of flares, and according to the Russian government, it will be about a month before they are restocked and resupplied. In the meantime, when they venture out to take basic measurements of the weather and water temperature, they are putting their lives at risk since the bears do not fear people. In addition, the bears are responsible for at least killing and eating at least one dog up there. Russian officials have indicated that they will be bringing more replacement canines to make up for the loss.